sitting here at Firekeepers Live, coming at you. Big drawing tonight. Where are we in front of? We're in front of the Ultimate X Poker, where everybody loves that. Look at that 4 of a kind coming at you. So, here we go. Alright, so now next hand, everything's times 7. So this is where you want the royal flush. Didn't come out. Alright, straight flush over red, straight at you. Come on, baby. Throw us that royal hundo. Okay. So now the play is right here. I'm gonna just take that one. But I wanted to keep that king, or that ace, that queen 10. Oh, that's why it was the play. 200. All right, now, while it's fresh on my mind, you know, we've the last few weeks have been pretty solid for me. You know, going out to a couple of these Indian tribes, Firekeepers, Mount Pleasant, Soaring Eagle. We've had a little success there. So, you know, here's the thing though, is how many of you guys, you can raise your hands if you want. You know, this is classroom participation. You know, how many of you have started winning and then you feel invincible? Or invincible, I'm sorry, not invincible. That's not a word again. I say a lot of, my fiance always kind of, she jabs me every now and again because I say a lot of words that they're not in the dictionary, and there's no plan for them to be in the dictionary. But I say that for this reason. You start winning and you get a little emotional. You think, yeah, okay, yeah, listen, we're on fire. And then bam, all of a sudden your bankroll's getting depleted and you're really not on fire anymore. And so so I wanted to come back to this because, you know, I get a mixed amount of comments, right? Some of you guys are, and there's no right or wrong. It's whatever you're setting the goal out to get. But some of you guys, you know, tell me let's start playing $25 a whop. And you know, you already know where I'm at with that. But my end goal, typically speaking, is when I'm out there to get what I'm trying to accomplish is I'm trying to accomplish having a good time and having some entertainment. And if I can get paid to have entertainment, I'm all about it. What is the pay? What's the difference? Now everybody's is different. Me personally, if they're willing to pay me $100, $150, $200 for entertainment for the day, I'm excited about that. I mean, I can't be any more excited about that. I love the big wins. Don't get me wrong. I do love the big wins, but more than anything, I love to win. It's not, you know, like, you know, I can't stand losing. It's none of that, you know. No, I don't like to lose, but I want to win. It doesn't matter what, you know, you guys are all the same. It's not just, oh yeah, you're a born winner. No, we all want to win. Who wants to go in there and get their chest kicked in while everybody's laughing and having a blast on your own money? No, we want to go in there and if we break the bank, then that's beautiful. But the chances of that are pretty slim, right? So the number one thing, rule number one, when I walk into the casino, I have to know how much I'm going to lose today. And I have to be prepared to lose that money. That money is probably, you know, there's a good probability that money's going to evaporate into a machine. Whether it's slots or whether it's video poker, it's probably going to be gone by the end of the shift. So first off, you got to assess how much you're willing to lose. Now, the second part of that is you do have to set a goal. So sorry guys, I'm on the road here and I should have a amount by now, you know, but I don't. So anyways, you do have to set a goal of what is your end. So if you just say, oh, I'm going there to crack them and that's final, that ain't gonna work. Good night. You might as well just donate your money right now because that's gonna be a short lived. You have to have an exact amount that you're gonna walk from, no matter if you're in there 2 minutes or 22 minutes or 2 hours and 40 minutes. Whatever it is you have to have that goal, because if you don't, the problem is the casino has an unlimited bankroll, right? And you have, you know, in most cases, most of us don't have an unlimited. I know there's a few of you sharks out there that have unlimited funds, and that's beautiful. But I'm just saying, most of us do not have unlimited funds. So if you don't have unlimited funds, you're already against the curb, right? Now, the other thing is, we know the house has the edge. So whether it's 2%, 5%, or 10%, it's the edge. So we know this, the longer we play, the edge is we're gonna lose. That's just reality, right? Show of hands again, real quick. Show of hands. And if this isn't you, comment down in the section, because I do want to shake your hand. If you've been gambling for over 5 years and you're ahead of the game, raise your hand or give me a comment. You know, because that either you haven't gambled very long, or often, I should say, or you just hit something big and you're still skating off of that, which is beautiful. Either way, I'm not mad at you. For the rest of us, is the longer we sit in that seat, the odds go down for us. That's just what it is. So once you've set how much money you're going to go in there and potentially lose, now you have to figure out when you're going to walk. Now, here's the ironic thing. This is what's really wild if you keep track of it. When you go to the casino, with the exception of maybe 10%, maybe 15% of the trips, you actually win at one time. When I say win, you've won a nickel. You might be up a nickel for the trip at some time, but you're actually ahead of the game. The problem is we don't know when to quit, because whether you just got there, you know, you're not going to make a trip for an hour and then go up 25 cents and then turn around and go make an hour trip back. That's ridiculous, right? You're there to gamble. So, but reality is the hard part is, when do we leave? That's when we don't, because we always think, okay, we're going to hit every time we push the spin button, we think that we are going to hit. If you're playing video poker, you think you're 4 aces or the royal flush is coming. And if you're playing a slot machine, you feel like the 777s or the next bonus is coming at you. Excuse me. So the reality is that. Now, come on, 7-Eleven. 2 full houses up there for 12 times next hand. Let's go. Come on, ace in your face. Now, you have to, once you've already established how much you're going to, A, blow, if you want to call it that, B, what are you going to walk from, which is important. I'm going to tell you how many, there's been a number of times where I said, I make $200, I'm out of here. And then, boom, I'm up to 250, and I'm like, oh, I got the hot hand. Are you kidding me? I can't leave now. Boom, just go ahead and lose that and the money I came with. So, you know, that's the other issue, is you have to have the discipline to be able to get up and make a move. You can always go back. Here's the beautiful thing. Now, some of you guys that are 10, 12 hours away, maybe this isn't the same thing for you. Then you have to take into consideration more of a long-term trip, and then you just have to space it out. But once you have that discipline to be able to get up, now all you need to do is have some fun. I mean, right? Have fun doing it. If you're not having fun, I've been there before where I'm just pushing buttons. I'm like, I got to get out of here. This isn't even fun. It's so redundant. And you're just getting smacked around. And we've all seen that guy next to us smacking the buttons. And, you know, he might be smoking a cigarette with with the Budweiser in a hand, and his feet are up against the screen because he wants to kick the screen in. So I'm just saying this, guys, is, yes, it's beautiful when you're on top and you're making. You see a lot of the videos recently. You see, I've made some money. That's beautiful. I mean, it's since the Vegas trip, I'm probably up 10,000. So that, in gambling terms, is low limit that I play. Man, it's beautiful. But the reality is, my time is coming to get smacked around. It's gonna happen. It's just the odds. It's the law. It's the law of throwing a ball in the air is coming back down. That's what it is. So if you know that already, see, if it didn't matter if I wish I was playing $100 when I hit the royal flush. Boom, hey, yeah, pocket $400,000. But the reality is, if I stay at that denomination, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be broke anyways. If I stay at the same denomination, if I continue to keep playing the same denomination that I hit that at, it's just a matter of time, and it's going to suck it right from me. It's just the way it is. I wish it wasn't like that. It's because they have the edge. Now, when the edge goes in our behalf, then it's a different story. Then we could go ahead and put some money up. So how does the edge become in our favor? There's only one way to ever get the edge. This is the answer you were looking for. There it is. You have to comp them. That's the only way. Now, I see some people don't play their player's card because of the superstitions, and I'm with you, man. I've done it before where I'm playing all of a sudden, and I pull my card out, and bam, 4 aces. Are you kidding me? I got 4 aces, and I just pulled my card out, and it happens, right? It happens. And I'm not saying, I sometimes when it's going dry, I will pull it out anyways, but I'm here to tell you this. You have to, if you even want a shot, you have to comp them. Because why? How do you comp them? Well, they have to know what you're playing. They have to know exactly what your, if you want to call it theoretical value is. That all that means is how much are you worth per hour? What's that? That means, okay, you spend, let's lowball it so you can stay with me here. Let's say you do $10 a spin every minute for an hour. That means you have 60 spins in there at $10. That's $600. That means your theo value is $600 an hour. If you go for 5 hours, it's easy. It's $300 or it's $3,000. So then they do the algorithm. I don't know what the exact percent is, but it'll be different. Slot machines will give you a little bit more. Why? Because they have more control of it. Video poker, the comps are a little less because there's some skill involved. And the swings aren't as huge as sorry guys, I'm just gonna make this turn. The swings aren't as huge as volatile. So if you're playing a slot machine, there's different machines too, right? Buffalo, man, we all love Buffalo. We see that Buffalo machine tip off, and oh, somebody just got paid $8 grand on that thing. Well, okay, then I sit down and choke in $300 in 5 minutes, and and I can't even get a bonus. So that's the feast or famine. The machines that have the feast, it's like triple double. We all love triple double the most because it pays 4 aces, the same as a royal flush. Just makes sense. But in between those times, feast or famine. So going back to all that, I hope this is a lot of rambling for you, but I'm gonna list here exactly why you want to do these comps. All right, guys, we got Ryan here. He got the chicken and biscuit with a little bit of mashed potatoes and broccoli and gravy. It's beautiful there. My baby got the chicken and waffles with what's that on top? Potato?
Potato hash.
Potato hash, bacon, and a little bit of that. Oh, and some mashed potatoes.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And I caught the ribeye over here. Of course, we're at Firekeepers Smoking Fire. Right there. Done medium. With a little bit of potatoes. A little bit of broccoli in the action. And, good old-fashioned ice water for me. So, there it is, Smoking Fire. So now that's why I agree with using the card. If you're superstitious about it, don't do it. You want to be comfortable. But the only way you're ever going to get an edge of some sort is to let them give you money back, rebate if you want to call it, comps back for playing. And the only way they're going to do that is if they know exactly what you're putting in there, so they can comp you accordingly. So the next trip that I'm actually taking is from a company called Gruinger. I believe I said that right. Gruinger Travel out of Indiana. Great place. I've flown with them before. They have great offers. Another great place was S&S Tours, actually. I flew with S&S for years. Each one offers something unique, different, a different experience. So there's not one. I'm not locked into anyone. I like them both. I know the owner in S&S named Scott. great guy. I mean, he was so you can go to either one of those, and if you have flights going out of your area, then you can fly out of there, and a lot of times the flights are free for qualified players. What's a qualified player? You have to use your player's card, of course, and then they have to know that they have a shot at your money, and it's not going to be pennies or dimes or nickels. They want the dollars, right? It's a business. So here's the offer that they just sent last was flying out to Vegas. So there's and I'm going to put the I'm going to put the offer right here. Sorry, a little sidetrack. I'm going to put the offer right here so you can see it, but they're going to fly us out. Hotel, flights are covered, and we get the offer that Caesars has allotted for us, which is, I'm guessing here now, I think it was $700 free play to show up. Maybe it was $400 just to show up. If you hit the first tier, maybe $1,500. You can see it here. I'm gonna put up so you'll see $1,500. I think goes to $700. $5,000 might go to $1,200 free play. And then if you play enough, you can have $10,000 in free play money. Now you're obviously probably a 7-star, so you already know what all that means. But there will be people that will retrieve that, or you could get a I don't know what that one was. It wasn't a bike one. So, but there was one they were offering a Harley Davidson. I'm saying all this for this reason. If you're gonna play, you might as well get comped, right? Because if you're gonna play anyways, you might as well get the rebate that they're offering you. And so that's where I lie. That's where I lie. I tell people this is you have to take advantage of the comps because it's really the only way you can win. If you don't take advantage of the comp system, then you have too much going against you. I can justify taking, if you're going to give me a hotel room, an air flight, and you're going to give me some free play, I can justify giving you an amount of money, whatever that would be for a vacation, whatever you would consider it. I could justify that. But it's when you have to pay for all of them and then you're coming off gambling money, then it gets a little pricey, right? So you just want to, when you're doing it, you just want to take advantage of every single thing you can. And I had a buddy of mine tell me the other day when we actually we went to Firekeepers, and I don't really get comped well at Firekeepers. Different casinos are, Soaring Eagle does a little bit better. Caesars to me over in Canada is the best. They are part of Caesars Resort, but Firekeepers, they don't do well. And so, sometimes I don't even use the free play, and it's just because I forgot it's so small. When I say small, I'm talking about $10. I mean, it's just, you gotta do better than that. But anyways, so I was there, and he said, guy told me, Slot Massacre, actually. He told me, he said, you just ask, you never know. And so I went up and I talked to the host, and I just said, hey man, I'm here with a couple people, and we'd like to have dinner. Is that something that can even happen? I mean, he looked at my card, he ran it, and he says, where are you eating at? And then he issued $75 on there. So it was just asking. A lot of times if you just ask, don't be snotty about it, of course, right? Just ask, and worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to say no, and you're going to go back to, doing whatever you were doing. So ultimately, after I've covered all that, this is the main thing. You have to have fun. You're going for enjoyment. You're not going to break the bank. High probability. Minimize your losses. Have fun doing it, and set your goals, man. You guys can get it done. What are we playing, guys? A little hot roll. You guys love hot roll. Boom, you love hot roll now, times 4. Let's go. Come on, Deuce. Bitty bang, hot roll. Coming at you. Little hot roll poker, Bang out. Hot roll, you gotta love hot roll. Let's go back to back on it. Little hand face. The dream card. And then you have the guy over there. Let me ask you this. Raise your hand if you said, this guy talks too much. So I only just share it with you. I hope I hope it'll help you, you know, come out ahead just a touch more. So if it helps you, then that's beautiful. If it hurts you, shouldn't hurt you, flush it out. Don't worry about it. But I just want you guys to win, just like I want to win, right? More of us that can pull together and help each other with little tips and tricks and tactics. It's a beautiful thing. It's kind of like, and real quick, I'm done. It's kind of like playing all those video poker machines. It's hard to stay on top of all of them, man. I'm playing 6-card one time. I'm playing Deuces Wild the next. I'm playing, you know, spin poker. They all have a different variation to them. So it's hard to stay on top of everyone. But I think it's vital too. There's some games that you may like. There's some games you don't like. So it's just kind of getting the best grip you have, having some fun, and taking it from there. You can't even. These guys aren't even parked in parking spots. I mean, you couldn't squeeze a grease BB in this place right now. It's so packed. We're getting the hell out of here. So this trip was only, I probably played about 15 or 20 minutes. Now, reasoning behind it was a simple, my fiance, Sherry, she doesn't like gambling at all. So he said, you don't see her on many videos because she's not, she just doesn't, it doesn't make sense, which is fine with me, right? We don't need 100 people in the family throwing away the rent. And then our friend Ryan, who ate with us also, it was his very first time ever going to a casino. So I wasn't going to sit there, you know, all day and bore the heck out of him. But, you know, he got a little enjoyment out of seeing kind of how it works. And when I took it out, I was up $115. So for me, it was a good day. We ate on the house, and just to explain to you what happened was, we go to Firekeepers, and you know I go to Firekeepers frequently. I never ask for comps at all. I just take what they give me. So when I walked up and I talked to a host, I simply just said, hey, listen, you know, I told him who I was. And he said, oh yeah, we'll give you the red carpet treatment. No, I just said, my name is Jeremy, and blah, blah, blah. He said, can I see your card? And actually I said, is there a possibility, so let me retrack it all. I said, is there a possibility of getting comp for dinner tonight? He said, how many do you have with you? I said, there's 3 total. He said, let me look at your card. He looked at the card, and then he came back and he said, okay, he says, what restaurant? I told him Smoke and Fire, and he says, okay, I put 75 on there for you. So it's worth asking, guys, you know, if you're playing with your card. If you're not playing with your card, and you know, they're gonna see that, you know, there's just no play at all, and go from there. So so we got a meal, and it was $115 to the positive. So for me, man, I'm tickled pink, right? Because I won, had entertainment, and got fed. Woohoo! So anyways, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.